is pretty much the king of the skies already these days, when it comes to drones. Yet it keeps pressing onward and upward, progressing with more and more impressive drones. That doesn't just mean new camera tricks but also condensed portability and safer flying. The Mavic Air can see the world around it to make flying easy for beginners but has a fancy controller that can keep even pros entertained. What's really special here is the myriad camera options that let you get high-quality video shots for the price of a drone. From swooping videos, to movement-tracked shots, to eye-opening panoramas, it has lots to offer. Gesture controls, a 4K video and steady gimbal quality photos just enhance the experience. The DJI Mavic Air encapsulates all of this and promises to leave your jaw agape, and not just because you're looking up. But these are all claims. Did our hands-on time with the new drone prove them to be accurate? And is all that worth the £769 price tag? This is the smallest and lightest smart drone yet. That means it's not as big as the Mavic Pro, but it's still a bit larger than the positively micro toy that is the Spark. One reason this is a class above the Spark is thanks to a 3-axis gimbal that means the camera pictures and videos are super sharp even when flying at speed or hovering in wind. The camera on the front isn't the only one on this drone though, there are location scanning cameras also. You have 2 on the front, 2 on the bottom and 2 in the rear, all to detect the world around, something that comes in handy for the obstacle avoidance, but more on that later. The DJI Mavic Air weighs in at a svelte 430 grams, which feels like a tablet's weight when in the hand. It folds down, with an easy flip of the propeller shafts, into a package that sits comfortably in the hand. This is small enough to throw in a bag but is still a bit too bulky to be crammed into a trouser pocket. When you consider how much tech is crammed into this beauty, it really is impressive to look at. The fact it looks like a badass little fighter plane when folded up is just a bonus. The controller is also compact and folds down small enough to fit in a pocket. This is thanks to the removable joysticks which slip into the body as it folds down. Yet the folded out remote is as comfortable as any console controller and features even more buttons for super complex controls if you need them. But is still really easy to access for noobs. Back to the main camera. This features a 1/2.3-inch CMOS sensor with equivalent 28mm f/2.8 aperture. Lens for 12 megapixel stills. Video runs at 4K with 30 fps and a 100 mbps bitrate or at 1080p with a 120 fps. Slow motion. The addition of 8 GB storage on board, as a first for DJI, means you can capture footage without an SD card. But this also means adding or swapping out SD cards is a more seamless process. Now, that's something you'll need to do when you consider a 4K 30 fps video of 2 minutes will chew through a good 1.5 GB of data. The image offerings aren't just straight photos though, you can now use even more smart camera modes. For panoramas there are options for vertical, horizontal, and 180-degree images, which the drone stitches together for you. You just tap to find the mode and select to take, then the drone will move itself about, taking shots to stitch together the finished product. The extreme version of this, called Sphere Panorama, stitches together 25 photos for a 32-megapixel panorama in just a minute. In real world use the edit took a little longer to appear as finished. A new video mode, called Boomerang, takes the drone out from the subject, up and around behind them, and back to the start as a way to capture the subject and the surrounding area perfectly. Another cool video mode, called Asteroid, takes a spherical image from on high then zooms and twists into the subject on the ground, creating an effect as though you are flying down from space on, you guessed it, an asteroid. A nice touch here is the drone does this all in reverse, so you only need to pose at th.